Well, Lisa, here we are on the 13th floor on the, I'm going to say, port side in the back of the boat, sitting on lounge chairs here off the west coast of South Africa, headed to Nambia.
Yes.
And we are on to Psalm 130.
But we should tell people that the rest of the Psalm series will not be
on video.
But don't worry, we'll bring it back.
Well, I can still put it on video. You just won't get to see our pretty faces.
Oh, yeah, right.
Which, for some people, that could be a relief.
Yeah, but you should watch them anyway, because we need some views.
Yes, and we need viewers.
And we need viewers and subscribers.
Exactly.
So tell your friends.
Well, I'm Deacon Dave.
I'm Layperson Lisa.
Welcome to the Deacon Dave and Layperson Lisa show. So, Lisa, we are on to Psalm 132, so I will let you read it.
A canticle in steps of David. Behold how good and how pleasing it is for brothers to dwell in unity. It is like the ointment on the head that descended to the beard of Aaron, which descended to the hem of his garment. It is like the dew of Hermon, which descended from Mount Zion. For in that place the Lord has commanded a blessing and life, even unto eternity.
So, Lisa, the word that jumped out to me on this one was unity.
Yes, me too. I have a story.
All right, go ahead. You tell your story first.
So we met the chaplain on the boat, on the ship.
I call him Bob.
Chaplain Bob. And you had asked him if there was a priest on board. And he said, oh, no, they stopped that 10 years ago. It was too much, are you a Christian or are you Catholic? And he said that causes too much division and that you should never discuss religion because it's divisive. And and then he had some things to say that were very anti-Catholic.
Yeah, maybe just a few.
So it was like, oh, okay, so you're totally dividing, causing division within the Christian community. But he is a very nice guy, but I don't think he realized what he was doing.
No, and he wears the same T-shirt every day.
Yeah, he has a God. It says Jesus with the Jesus fish on the front and God be the glory on the back. And I really would like a shirt, but he hasn't offered me one yet.
Supposedly he's given out 48,000 in 13 years.
Yeah.
Which,
maybe if we see him today, I'll ask him if I could have a shirt.
Yeah, tell him we want our shirts and we'll wear them on our podcast.
Yeah, good one.
When we go back to video, of course.
Yeah.
So my story was I had a men's retreat a couple of years ago. And it was on unity.
Okay.
And so everybody thought that we were going to talk about ecumenical unity.
Yeah.
And, well, they were all surprised.
Okay.
Because we spent the whole day talking about unity with Christ.
Yeah.
And towards the end of the day, I said, well, why do you think I spent all day talking about unity with Christ? Because we can't be in unity with anyone else if we are not first in unity with Jesus himself in a full and complete way.
Yeah.
So this idea that we can bring about unity right outside of Jesus himself by all of our external acts is just not true. Okay, there is an internal part in our own relationship with Jesus that needs to really be full of life in order for us to go out into the world to create that unity that we're talking about.
Yes. And I think as when we are dealing with ecumenical communities, this is to go off. I know you weren't talking about that, but we just need to remember to focus on Jesus because that's our common.
He's our common thread.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of reminds me of the rap song that we're writing now, the communion one, communion in union with you.
Right.
All I want to be is in communion with you, but I forget the rest of the lyrics. But basically, it has that communion. We're called to be in union.
Yeah, so we're not only in union with Christ, but by essence of the Eucharist, which is the body of Christ, we're in union with one another.
Yes.
Yet so many of us don't necessarily have this fervor for the Eucharist or really understand that it is the body, blood, soul, and divinity of Jesus.
Yes.
And so I think in order for us to go about having unity with others, we first have to have unity with Christ himself.
Yes.
And I think a lot of times unity can be made difficult because of circumstances, situations, sensitivities that have been developed over the years, all of these things which Jesus in and of himself seemed to be able to overcome, right? Because he's God.
Yes.
And so the only way we can enter into those things and overcome them is through His power and through His strength.
Right. Yeah, because I think like in human nature, people tend to focus like on the negative, which would be what makes us different instead of what makes us the same.
Exactly.
Which is what we should be doing.
Exactly. And Jesus, we're all created by the
His
Father and
image.
in His image. I'm Deacon Dave.
My person Lisa.
We will see you next time from the port side of the back of the ship.
Cheers.
Bye.
Once again, good afternoon.